the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the Golden State Warriors. And for the Warriors, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long offseason. Damian Lillard is just a pleasure to watch. He's a true star in this league now, and he wears that number 0 actually for the O in his hometown of Oakland.
Or it could also stand for Ogden, Utah, where he played collegiate.
And Portland starts out with the ball. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. Batum and Aldridge are the power tandem, and it's Plumlee in at the 5, home in the paint.
Klay Thompson, 6'7", and able to defend 3 different positions on a given night. In fact, he's often assigned the job of covering point guards. He did that in the playoffs against Chris Paul. Does a nice job of moving his feet and using his length to recover.
So the Portland Trail Blazers able to put the first points up on the board. And he hits the bucket.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Lillard against Curry. And the basket by Lillard.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Barnes passes to Curry. Green inside the three-point line. Out to Thompson. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the Trail Blazers. And now Portland on the break. Matthews leading the charge. Lillard dishes to Aldridge, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Barnes with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Outside Curry. The drive by Green. Here's Thompson, puts up the baby hook. Again, the miss by Thompson.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
And it's Matthews with the jam. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
And Lillard throws it down.
Good work to tack some more points onto this lead.
Those are the kind of possessions they can build on and begin to pull away here.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good on the three-point shot. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Well, you always talk about what an incredible home court advantage it is for the Warriors here at Oracle, and that is not going to change anytime soon. This team is on another level in front of this crowd.
Really nice work inside there. He'll always give you a battle on the interior, guys.
And another 3 for Golden State.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
And Lillard kicks to Batum. Plumlee with it. Bogut picks him up. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Inside. Pass to Plumlee. It's stolen by Bogut. And now in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. Out to Thompson. The 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. No matter the score in this building, Clark, the Warriors are always a danger to either come back in a game or explode for a big lead.
Kevin, because of their ability to knock down the three-point shot, they're never out of a game, and they can really explode and get away from teams. I don't know if there's a team that has that kind of firepower in the league from the three-point line.
Boy, he'd like to have that one back.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Chris Kamen's checked in for Plumlee. Myers Leonard comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Iguodala with the steal. Now here is Barbosa. uses the glass to finish the layup.
Kevin, too easy. I mean, the defenders were sort of looking at each other like, whose man was he? And everybody thought somebody else was going to guard him, and nobody did.
There's the bucket. Good. Lee outside. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Portland.
And the points they're getting in the lane will really help them open up the floor.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Warriors trail by 5.
Well, David Lee, a two-time All-Star over the past 5 seasons.
And Portland starts out with the ball. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Portland, filling out the wings, it's Matthews and Batum. Plumlee out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Lillard in at the point. Now here's Barnes. And stolen by Lillard. And now Portland on the break. A pull-up. And Matthews gets it to go in on the assist by Lillard. Matthews has got his team on the board to start the game for the Trailblazers.
Well, Wes Matthews started off last season on fire. Over 50% from long range over the first quarter of the season. And as time went on, he cooled off a bit. But as a whole, just an excellent year for Matthews. Probably the best of his career.
And that one's good. Plumlee's got his first 2 points.
It makes it so easy for your teammate when you can lead him with a pass like that one.
Thompson kicks to Barnes. Pass to Green. And it's Curry at the elbow. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Golden State on D. 4-point game. Lillard attacking. Outside Matthews. Aldridge against Thompson. Aldridge's shot is good.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
And Damian Lillard with the jam. Clark, some serious agility coming out of the backcourt.
You know, that bucket might count for a little more than 2 points when he finishes with that kind of flow.
Yeah, against a D that was already reeling a little bit. That was like a body blow.
Thompson from long range.
And they're now 1 for 5 to start this game, so having trouble finding any offensive rhythm.
Lillard right side from deep. Another shot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. Quarter. The kick out to Matthews.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The Warriors packing Oracle Arena, but plans for a new arena on the San Francisco waterfront by 2018. It seems next year is going to be beautiful.
Oh, I can only imagine one of the great fan bases in all of basketball. Change of location from their original intended spot on the piers, the spot known as Mission Bay, about a mile south.
And a new coach.
Yeah, that's right.
Thompson misses.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not. What a floor leader he's been at the offensive end.
You know, he's done a terrific job of moving the ball around, sharing it, dispersing it, and running the show.
Well, and you look at the hurdles the Warriors have faced with their planned arena site on the piers. Political, bureaucrats, financial issues, and the cost of renovating the piers. But with their new site, those issues pretty much gone. Easy to see why they went in another direction.
Here's Plumlee. Here's Aldridge. Drops in the layup for 2. Aldridge has got 6 points.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Here's Curry. Portland grabs the miss.
And for the Warriors, a new line called the Central Subway, under construction, is expected to have a stop a block away from the new arena, so really good public access when that happens. And that's really good to hear, especially for Oakland fans still hoping to attend the game.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Chris Kamen's checked in for Plumlee. Leonard comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Harkless is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Damian Lillard. Warriors trail by 9. Barbosa kicks to Livingston. Iguodala outside. Here's Spates. The three-pointer is right on target. Spates has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Blake up top. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Trailblazers?
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
And the Warriors with possession here. They trail by 6. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Mo Harkless. Matthews out there with Steve Blake. Then there's Myers Leonard. And it's Kaman in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Iguodala. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Barbosa. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Barbosa's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Warriors. Trailblazers leading by 4. Well, Steve, for a long time last year, the Warriors really didn't have a true backup point guard. You know, they started the year with Tony Douglas, but eventually traded him as the season went on. And I think part of that, I'd love to hear what you have to say, is because they thought that Dre could run the second unit.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought that was some of the thinking there. And they did bring in some new guys, but that's one of the luxuries of having Iguodala on your team. He plays multiple positions. I think you can use him as a backup point in some cases, but, his big weapon is defensively locking people up and then running the floor where he is a devastating force.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Gentlemen, Steph Curry's such an incredible outside shooter. He makes impossible shots look easy. Draymond Green said he expects those shots to go in. He said, I'm, quote, amazed when he doesn't make it. Nonetheless, it's still amazing. I guess that's a contradiction. I'm used to seeing it, but it never gets old. Kevin, I bet we can agree with that.
No doubt, Doris. One of the best shows in basketball. Thank you. Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Green comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Barnes in for Leandro Barbosa.
And with Iguodala, even with the first unit, he could handle playmaking duties a fair amount, which helped Curry do what he could do. They really did complement each other in that manner.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in.
Well, there are a few wingmen who can handle the ball and make plays like Iguodala can. Even though his assist numbers weren't as high last year as they have been in the past, he showed he can efficiently act as a point guard for long stretches of time.
They now take the lead. And it's 7 points for Steph Curry.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Here's Barnes. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
He's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
Green kicks to Curry. Iguodala dishes to Curry. From deep, Green. No luck. Now Portland takes it the other way. It's stolen by Green. Lee, left side. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when the steal triggers the break.
Yeah, it really does allow your offense to flow better. When you can get out and run and get easy opportunities, then everybody gains confidence.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Chris Kaman, always known as an ambidextrous scorer in the low block, has also now developed a deadly stroke from mid-range. That's a rare combo for a 7-footer.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for David Lee. Plumlee is checked in for Portland. And the basket by Lillard.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Now here's Barnes. Thompson outside, fires the three, and Harkless pulls it down. And for Kaman, so talented offensively, Steve, you wonder why he's only averaged about 12 points a game in his career.
Well, he's a little turnover prone. Doesn't get to the free throw line all that often. But you're right, he's so skilled. He can score with either hand around the hoop. He can also step out to 15, 17 feet, knock down a jump shot. Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Tell you what, this is some serious showmanship here. Loving that tomahawk.
Clark, he came with force, and that's not just getting 2 points. He was sending a message.
Making a statement.
That can be a momentum shift. The energy, you see guys on the bench get pumped up, really gets everybody on your team rolling.
Lillard, the pass to Aldridge, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides. You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
And that one's good.
Now you threaten the defense inside and then find the open man on the outside. Good offense.
On the wing, Thompson fires the three. And it's Thompson again missing. And stolen by Barnes. It'll count. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
That's a nice way to end the half. The big three to take the lead as we go to the break.
Close game as we wrap.
Yes, Kevin, here.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. We're seeing a tremendous game from LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, he tore it up on the offensive glass in the first couple of quarters. Love the effort you're getting out of him.
Incredibly persistent, which is what it takes to be a successful offensive rebounder. I should know. I used to eat a lot of glass in my day.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
We've seen LaMarcus Aldridge getting it done. 12 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
Well, being smart is what it's all about for him, Clark. I mean, he's a decision maker. He's a playmaker. He has to make good decisions. That's what he's doing here so far.
Thompson and Barnes, the 2 and 3. Down low, it's Green and Bogut, and it's Curry in at the point. That's the Warriors 5. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, Terry Stotts led the Blazers to the second round last season, and he's now in his third year with the team. He spent a couple of seasons as head coach in Atlanta and Milwaukee, but this is his longest stint and the best talent he's ever had. As Stotts said, you never know. He's certainly making the most of it.
Doing a great job. Thanks, Doris.
There were some question marks heading into last season about how long Aldridge would be with the team. I mean, a report was circulating that he wanted to leave, but he denied it, and good for Portland that it was just a rumor mill at work.
Yeah, last season definitely, guys, had some drama with Aldridge and his future. But as the season rolled on and Blazers played so well, winning a first-round series over Houston, making it to the second round, certainly one of the big surprises in the league, but all that other talk kind of went away.
Well, that's what winning does, Kevin. I mean, it just kind of cures everything. A lot of drama early in the season, speculation about whether Aldridge would resign or not. But, with the success of the season and that good young core, I mean, it makes a lot of sense to keep everybody together.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Draymond Green was the 35th pick back in 2012 and he's made an impact thus far with his defense, rebounding, and great IQ for the game. And I like his competitive spirit, too. He helps you win in a lot of ways.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in, and Lillard kicks to Matthews. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Barnes with the ball.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Lillard against Thompson. Fires for three, and he gets it to go. Thompson's got 8 here in the quarter.
And Green, more of an offensive player at Michigan State. I think he's still adjusting to the added distance on the NBA three-point arc, but shot it really well in the playoffs last year, so just getting better and better every year.
Didn't think that was going to go in. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And the basket by Lillard.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
And Green very vocal, very outspoken. He's occasionally rubbed, in fact, opponents the wrong way.
Yeah, never shy about contact either, Kevin. He can get under opponent's skin at times, but if he's your teammate, you love what he brings to the table.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Chris Kamen's checked in for Plumlee. Leonard comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Damian Lillard. Now Blake. Harrison Barnes missing on the 3. Blake kicks to Batum. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Here's Livingston, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Livingston's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Batum wide open, he fires. Misses the 3. Warriors leading by 12. In low to Bogut. Thompson for 3. Blocked. And he recovers it. And here's Green outside. Chris Kaman with the rebound. Kaman's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Leonard kicks to Batum. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Here's Green. Green missing again.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Batum wide open. He fires. Nailed from three-point land. Batum's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Trailblazers. Teardrop shot. Bogut gets the bucket. Bogut's got 4 points in the quarter. Now here's Leonard. Outside Matthews. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Boy, the shots finally dropping for them in bunches, and I'll tell you what, the complexion of this game has totally changed.
You know, that kind of...
And it's time now to reveal our State Farm assist of the game. Today, Steve, it's a big man winning the honor.
And it was a no-brainer. This assist was really out of this world. I mean, he had a great understanding of the situation and where the ball had to go.
And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. Harkless is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Plumlee in at the center position. It's tipped. From beyond the arc. Aldridge kicks to Lillard. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Batum's checked in. Lillard against Curry. Lillard dishes to Plumlee. It's stolen by Green. Lillard against Curry. On the wing, Thompson. For the 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. And he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
People knew that he could shoot the ball coming out of college. But I don't think teams knew that Klay Thompson would develop into the dead-eye shooter that he's become. He is a flat-out laser, and he can go to get into zones where he just doesn't miss, whether he's open or well guarded.
And Steve, with Klay, you know not every team thought of him as an elite shooter, or he wouldn't have gone as late as he did in the draft. But with his size, he has incredible range, and that is proved to be a factor in his play.
Man, one thing he's been able to do this last season is find ways to quicken that release. So now he can get that three off in the blink of an eye. He's a big, strong kid and doesn't need much room at all to let it fly. So, what an incredible weapon to have on offense. Draymond Green last season slimmed down to about 230 pounds. Pretty remarkable how he's transformed his body since his freshman season at Michigan State.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And Lee's subbed in for Green. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on what Terry Stotts had to say in his huddle. No surprise, really. The turnover situation was the focus. He told them, listen, we're giving it away, guys. We've got to protect the ball, play within ourselves, and get quality shots. Kevin?
And Green, a combo forward, he's able to play the 3 or the 4, and he's a good rebounder. I mean, he's got long arms that help him play effectively against bigger guys, even though he's only about 6'7".
Trailblazers trail by 10. Matthews passes to Aldridge. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Aldridge has got 4 points now in the quarter.
He is feeling it. A terrific percentage from the field.
There's the dish to Barnes. Out to Thompson from outside the arc. That's good. And Green certainly not an elite athlete, Steve, but pretty quick on his feet.
Well, he's a jack of all trades, and I think he's been a pleasant surprise defensively. Just his awareness and his energy, they've really helped him out a lot. He can guard multiple positions for sure.
That's good.
Well, they have been terrific from beyond the arc here in the second half. You look at the percentages, good numbers.
Just what the pharmacist prescribed. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they keep it up.
Offensive rebound. Cloaked loose. Barnes kicks to Thompson. It's Curry outside. Curry with another miss.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Damian Lillard.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
It's Curry with the drive. Lillard with the rebound.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game. Oh! Hammer time! Hammer time! Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe try to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Yeah, I like that. Some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Golden State. Green comes in for Lee. Matthews into the lane with the fadeaway. Aldridge can't get it to go.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Barnes kicks to Thompson. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Thompson. He's got 26 points, and he's unleashed a barrage of three-pointers on him.
Well, you got that right. You can tell he's on target because as soon as the ball leaves his hands, it looks like every single one of them is going in. And as long as they continue to do this kind of work at the foul line, the league should be safe.
He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close game.
How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk. And that's how you exploit a gap in the D, I guess.
Yes, sir. No soft finish there. Major power.
He knows an opportunity for the highlight reel when he sees one.
The shot's good from Plumlee.
Well, give credit where credit is due. Terrific assist inside.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
Nobody near Lillard. No good on the quick three. And an intentional foul right there.
Smart foul there. You've got to try to extend the game.
Yeah, it's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're behind by 6. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Warriors. Off the inbound pass. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Oh, he's just launching from the three-point line right now because I don't like his shot selection at all.
That one from long range. Thompson's got 33.
Now he's just showing off with range like that. That's what I call profile. Incredible.
He's profiling all right, Clark. I mean, he's got unlimited range, and you can tell he is feeling it.
Offensive rebound. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
And now let's go over to Doris Burke on the sideline for an interview with the Jordan Player of the Game. Doris, take it away.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were able to really help out your team on the offensive end. What enabled such a big night of productivity for you?
Well, I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job of finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Klay Thompson.